It's What's Pissing You Off Wednesday for May 25th, 2022. And in this week's episode, I'm going to be ranting about people who get no bitches, people who make promises, then go on vacation, and people who just stand at the crosswalk. Alright, our first contribution comes from TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, at McTaggart Attack. I have 1,600 followers now. This one comes from TikTok. I posted on TikTok. Go ahead and tell me what's pissing you off, and I'll rant about it for you in a future episode. And I got one contribution. That contribution comes from Talk Sports. Talk Sports is pissed off about Juan getting no bitches. Don't really know if that even counts as a contribution, but apparently Talk Sports, I Talk Sports. I even screwed up his thing. It's iTalk_sports on TikTok. I'm not gonna edit that intro because this makes it more funny, I guess, right? I suppose. So iTalk_sports is pissed off about his friend Juan getting no bitches. Maybe Juan would be more successful at getting women or finding a significant other who happens to be female if he didn't refer to them as bitches. Maybe that's what Juan needs to do. Maybe Juan just needs to be more respectful towards women, and then he'll hopefully maybe get a girlfriend. Maybe that's Juan's problem. Your first lesson is not to call women bitches. They don't like that. Okay? And any woman that likes to be called that, avoid them, Juan. You don't want to be near them. They're not for you. They're just going to hurt you and rip your heart out someday because they don't like you that much anyway. So, yeah, the first thing you need to do, of course, is to be more respectful to women and stop calling them nasty names like bitches and the other ones out there that I don't want to mention on this podcast episode because I know that there's women that listen to this episode. But I think the women on this podcast who listen to this podcast can probably agree with me that one thing that Juan needs to do is stop calling women bitches. And then just go from there and just be respectful and nice to them. Maybe if you're nice to them, they'll actually want to have something to do with you, Juan. And how do you not be nice to them? By calling them nasty names. By name calling them. You know what name you can call them? Their name. Call them their name, Juan. Instead of thinking, oh, she'll like me. She'll like me if I call her this. Nope. Nope, she won't. Probably not. And if she does, she's trouble. I'm just saying. I don't have a girlfriend. I honestly thought for quite a few years there that I was gay, so I don't think I am anymore. Unless I change my mind again. But I do think that if you want someone to like you, you don't say bad things to them. Because then they won't like you. You may think you're playing hard to get by calling them nasty names, but you're not playing hard to get. You're just being an asshole. So thanks, iTalk_sports on TikTok for that contribution. The next one comes from Sean Keating. He's pissed off when someone says they're going to do something and you think they're going to do it soon, but then they take off on vacation for 2 weeks. That's all I got to say about that. If you were watching this on the YouTube video, that's not what he wrote. That's not what Sean wrote. There's a lot of misspellings on there. Did you turn off autocorrect? Did you turn off, spell check on your device there? However you were reading my Facebook post where I asked what's pissing you off, tell me and I'll rant about it in a podcast episode. Did you see the little red dots under the words, all of the words that you screwed up here? I think you used 2 different types of there. Instead of going, you wrote gong. And then, but then they tisk off, not take off. You wrote TSKE off on vacation for 2 weeks. Dollars all I got to say about that. Maybe that one was on purpose. But yeah, that was brutal to read. Like, I had to reread that a couple times, but I actually filmed this week's episode of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday. Did I call it What's Pissing You Off Wednesday when I started the episode? I don't know. If I didn't, I'm not gonna fucking change it. Anyway, yeah, that to get to what you're mad about, now that I've gotten your horrible grammar off my chest, it is terrible when someone says that they're going to do something and then they go on vacation. They promise all these things and then they go on vacation. How disrespectful is that? It's not like they forgot that they're going on vacation. Because like when I go on vacation, I know I'm going on vacation 2 weeks before I'm going on vacation. And I'm telling people that I'm going on vacation. I'm bragging about the fact that I'm going on vacation. I'm not going to forget that I'm going on vacation. Not. And anyone that promises something and then goes on vacation is an asshole. That's right. Anyone that says, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll promise this stuff and then I'll go on vacation and then I won't have to do it. Brilliant! Until these useless pieces of shit come back from vacation and then they probably forget that they even promised that to you. And then they probably repeat this vicious cycle of forgetting that they're on vacation, that they're going on vacation, and try to pull the shit off again. People, they think that you're stupider than you look. And Sean, you probably are kind of stupid because your spelling really did suck in this post. But thanks for the contribution. I like to rip on these people when they give me contributions sometimes, just to see if they actually listen to the episode or watch the episode. Because then when they get mad at me for saying stuff about them in the episode, I'll know that they actually listened. But nobody's actually come at me about the crap I've said about them in an episode yet. Except like maybe GW Foley. But I never really say anything bad about him, really. It's just, anyway. But as far as I know, he's the only one that listens, even though I have several damn downloads of this episode, this podcast. And I question if anybody's actually listening or watching this at all, really. And how far are they listening for? Do they turn this off after like 10 seconds and be like, nah, this shit's not for me? Am I just rambling right now in a podcast where I should be ranting about something that's pissing you off instead of me just speaking my mind right now? Probably. I suppose we should get to the last contribution of the episode, which comes from D. Craft. She has 2 to add this week, but we're only doing 1 because I'm only doing 3 3 contributions a week now because I want to. Anyway, the one that I'm going to rant about now is she's pissed off if you're going to stand on the sidewalk and have a chat with your buddies. Good for you. But don't do it at the end of a crosswalk. If you wonder why people keep hard braking right by you, maybe look down. I don't really like when these people give me their contributions and then they get mad while they write it to me, and it's like what am I just gonna do? Just repeat exactly what you said? Don't be mad when you write these. Just be specific, but don't tell me. Don't rant about it when you post these things. When you give me these comments on either Twitter, Facebook, or well, we may never do TikTok again. But yeah, getting to what she's pissed off about, that is frustrating. That is stupid that people will just stand there at the crosswalk having a conversation with someone when they have no intention of going across the crosswalk. And so these cars stop at the crosswalk because they see these people standing at the crosswalk. And so they think they're going to cross, because you don't want to be that one person that hits somebody while they're crossing the crosswalk, because that would be a really douchey thing to do. And it's just dumb. It's frustrating. And these people need to be more aware of their surroundings. People need to be more aware of their surroundings. And especially when they're standing at a crosswalk. Don't stand in a crosswalk and just expect to stand there. No one stands at a crosswalk just to stand there. Where do you live, D? Massachusetts? Oh my God. Yeah, that explains it, because there's a bunch of fucking idiots in Massachusetts. I don't think I've ever really seen it where I live. I hope that I don't. I don't want to speak that into existence, but it's just, people just need to be more aware of their surroundings. And one place where they definitely need to be more aware of their surroundings is when they're standing at a crosswalk just having a conversation. No one stands at a crosswalk just to have a goddamn conversation. And that sucks that you seem to have a recurring problem with that. Anyway, thank you for the contribution, and thank everyone else who contributed to this week's episode of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday for May 25th, 2022. Please, subscribe, rate, and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts, and like this video on the YouTube channel, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And happy What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, everybody.